Hey guys, this is Kenny the Messy Soap over at Royal Appleberry, and today, long time ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, I made a soap called Sun Soaked, and I had some orange slice embeds, and I put those on my Southern Belle soap as well. And I've actually had a couple of people ask me how do I make them, so gotta make some more, so I figured I'd come back and show you. So this is a little silicone mold that I have. I just colored some melt and pour, put it in here, and it's still slightly warmed. It's not completely cooled down because I want it to be pliable. So that's about how thick it is. I think I'm going to try a new method. I'm not sure yet, but right now I think I'm going to do it this way, the way I originally did, which is actually, yeah, I'm going to try a little bit of the new way, which will probably take a little bit longer, but I don't mind. So let me grab a ruler so I can cut a little strip of this off. Alright, so I got my ruler, and normally I use an X-Acto, but I don't know where it's at the moment. You can make your rinds as thick or as thin as you like. This is something I'm going to try that's a little bit new, but you just kind of go in and cut it. And again, I don't know. I've never tried this method before. The method that I normally use is kind of a pain in the butt, but you know, hey, why not? It worked. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut another strip off, just in case I like the other method. I'll show you both ways. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way. Alright, that should be good. And now, what I normally do, because this still has just a wee bit of heat in it, and excuse the super dry hands, I just keep washing my hands over and over again. So you want this to be pliable. I don't know what you have, but this is what I'm going to use. It's a little too wide now since I cut my soap, but it's just really to kind of bend it. It's not actually going to be used for the exact shape, you know, to wrap it completely around. So just move it along. And it's best to do this when it's kind of warm, because if you don't, the soap is not pliable. Or you can add a little vegetable glycerin, which will help as well. And normally I do, but I just kind of forgot because it's been a long time since I made these. And you can just keep rolling this until you get like a half moon. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Alright, so once I have it curved, I mean, they're not going to be perfect, they're hand rolled. So once I have it curved to what's pleasing to me, I take a piece of bubble wrap or cellophane or something, because it's going to want to lose its shape once you pour the melt and pour in it, the heated melt and pour. So now what I do is take this, because it's going to spill out the sides as well. I mean, and I don't really care about it spilling out the sides, it's just a little bit. So what I do in advance is take your melt and pour, kind of dip it in your warmed melt and pour, and then kind of use that melt and pour as an adhesive, and then do the other side as well. Once this is stuck, then I'll be back, but I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit more in here. Yeah, once it's cool, I'll come right back. Okay, what I've done is made like a little makeshift brace, because like I said, it's going to want to lose its shape once you put your heated melt and pour in there. And this is a little bit lighter than my actual, hopefully it's light enough. I just add a little bit more melt and pour in here to make it a little bit lighter. And the other way I was going to do it, I went on and nixed that because I was trying to put it in the mold that I was going to use, and it didn't really work out. So now what you want to do is take some alcohol, spray in your rind, and go ahead and pour your heated melt and pour. I'm going to pour it from the ends and let it smooth itself out. And like I said, I know, okay, who's down here making messes? That was just a bag that I had with some trash that spilled over. So I need I need a little bit more. And I didn't really want to use this darker one that I have here, but when you need it, you need it. So go ahead and pour that. And I got to catch the other end. Like I said, this method is kind of a pain in the butt, but this is the way I do them. So if you know an easier way to do it, then by all means do that. I know that I could, my next idea is to go get some, what is that stuff called? PVC piping, cut it in half, and then I'll have my silhouette. But in the meantime, and in between time, this is what I do. So once it's cool, I'll bring you back. Alright guys, I'm back, and ooh, I'm sweating on the back. Yeah, so I'm going to cut these. And I remember last time I made these for this soap, I did a white melt and pour base for the rind, but I don't have any white, so this is going to have to work. And what was I going to say? I forgot what I was about to say. I need an actual cutter. This is not going to work, this razor blade. But yeah, anyway, cut the ends off, kind of trim it up a little bit, and then, yeah, for slices. I could cut them like orange slices, but I don't feel like going through all that work just because I got a soap to make. So that's not really important to me right now. Yeah, I need to get an actual cutter. Alright, so I got a cutter. I'm going to slice those up. Those ends, I'll just remelt those and put them in my actual soap. So yeah, I should have made these a little bit lighter, but anyway, you get the gist of how I make these. And then I'm going to cover them in glitter and just kind of give them a little trim up a little bit. Just trying to figure out the best way to trim this. And I don't care about them being perfect or not because they're going to go face down in the soap anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut these up and then put the glitter on them, and then I'll be back with the soap. Alright guys, I am back, and quickly I'll show you my little embeds. So that's it. Next time I make them the way I normally make them, I'll show you, but I just wanted to show you that because I did have a few people asking how to make those. Very simple. You can jazz it up any way you want. Okay, so I'm going to do a melt and pour. That's why I'm kind of talking fast. I'm stirring this because I don't want it to thicken up on me. So first I'm going to go ahead and pour the melt and pour in my mold, and then I'm going to pour some white in my mold, and then I'll do the other colors. So that's what I did. The only difference with this one is I'm using a tall skinny mold, so I know I'm going to have extra. And I like to pour my melt and pour first just because I think I get better, it looks better to me. And that's what I did for the last one, if I can remember. I made that soap like 3 years ago, I believe. Okay, so now that I got that like that, I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some alcohol. Just get rid of some of the air bubbles. Come on. I got to work fast with this melt and pour. And then, of course, I'm going to use the white, the one that's in the biggest darn bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and, oopsies. Supposed to be pouring that in the mold and on the table. I know I'm going to have a lot more just because this is a smaller mold. And I don't care about making a mess, that's fine. And I will put that white back in there in a second. Alrighty. Now, some more. Ooh, wait. So I gotta move fast on this one. Alright. And then the rest, I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. I love this fragrance, and I don't remember if I said it or not, but this is Satsuma Orange, and it smells so gosh darn good, guys. Save a little bit, I mean very little for the top. I know this was pretty fast, but I had to move fast or I wasn't going to be doing nothing at all, because we don't want that melt and pour to harden up. And I like melt and pour and CP soap mixtures. The only thing with it is kind of hard to cut. You can't really use your soap cut. I mean, you can if it's soft enough, like as soon as you take it out the mold, but if you wait any longer, And you might run into some struggles. Well, me anyway, just because I suck at cutting freehand. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some more orange in here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have 2 loaves of this, so I guess I'll be making some mini loaves. And then I'm gonna try to get a little bit more white in there. And the mini loaves, they're not gonna have melted pour, just because I don't see the purpose in it. And then this is very loose, so once it's set up, then I will put my embeds after I texture the top. I want to have a lot of white. I know I'm living on the edge here. I mean, like, seriously. Okay, so we're gonna stop right here for this one, and then I think that's all I'm gonna put in there. Then I'm gonna make my mini loaf, so let me grab that. All right, guys, I'm back. So I thought about doing the in the pots, where I don't know why I'm kind of hooked on in the pots, but I think I'm not going to. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour my cream in there, and then hopefully I get a decent size amount. Probably not. This is normally what I get, the size that I get, but like I said, I just sell these for a few bucks. I think green next. What I got left of the green, which is not a whole lot, which is fine because I didn't want a lot of green anyway. Alrighty. And I thought maybe I was going to save some for my big loaf, but nah, I got enough green. That's fine. I think I did all I need to do on that one. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And if you are just tuning into my channel, hello, I am so freaking happy you found me. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video. And if you have not subscribed already, all you gotta do is hit that button at the bottom and you will become a part of my stinking awesome crew, because the people that come here are stinking awesome. And it's free. And also, if you want to know when I post new videos, all you gotta do is hit that bell at the bottom of the screen as well, and you will get notifications whenever I post new videos. So thank you so much. And as always, for those of you who are part of my stinking awesome crew already, thank you for being here. So happy that you are. All right, I'm kind of living kind of close to that camera. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna save a little bit of the orange for the top. Oh, and also I want to tell you guys, so September 15th, if you live in South Carolina, Rustic Escentuals is having their Happy Fall Y'all event. I went last year. I had such a blast. I met some awesome soap makers, very popular soap makers. So I was just like, oh, I was starstruck. So I'm going to be there like I was last year. And there's a guest that's coming, but I'm not going to tell you guys who it is till we get close to it, because I don't know if I should be able to tell. But if you are in the area, or if you want to go, it is September 15th, 2017. Be sure to go ahead and book your flight, or make reservations of where you're going to stay, because the event was so absolutely lovely last year. I just had so much fun. Rustic Escentuals, they just went all out, and I would love to meet a lot of you. I really would. It would be so awesome to see a lot of you there. We get to meet in person. Wouldn't that be fun? Alrighty, so I'm gonna get this in here. I'm like super excited to go again, because I had such a fun time last year. But I tell you what, this year Kenny ain't driving, because that 12-hour drive was not a joke. And I mean, yeah, you do stuff when you're younger, you're just like, oh, that wasn't bad, and then do it when you're older, yeah, you realize how much it sucks. When you're young, you're kind of crazy, stuff doesn't really affect you as much. But and I didn't do all the driving, my mom did. Just that long trip, it could be kind of stressful. Just because we were tired, she did most of the drive, but I did help her though. Alright, so now got that in there. Go ahead and wipe up some of this mess that I've made. But yeah, I really do hope a lot of you can make it. That's what I'm kind of telling you early. Okay, so now, I should probably give that a little smack down. And again, I'm so happy that I have these little molds. I wasn't too thrilled with them at first, but very happy that I have them. I think I'm gonna put a little bit with a drizzle of orange on top of this one, the bigger one sitting over to the side. So when I do start the texture top, it doesn't get lost. All right, so again, put that down in there. I got so much stuff to do as far as posting soaps, my gosh, because I have been far behind on posting soaps. So definitely got to get on that. And though a lot of you have been asking where's Gabe, he's going to come back and make us soap again. We just talked about that, so we just got to find a time where it's convenient, just because when he's not working, he's doing stuff around the house like cutting grass and all the manly stuff. And oh guys, also my neighbor across the street, I started to do a DIY, but it was just like kind of hot and wanted to get started. But you know, like the plastic Adirondack chairs, they're like between $17 and $25 and more in some places. Well, she threw out 4, and I had gone outside and I was sitting on the porch, and I was just looking at them, and I was just like, huh, I should go get those chairs. And then a guy drove down the street, and he like slowed down in front of our house and looked. So he passed them up, and I don't know if his thoughts were to come back later and get them. And then a lady right behind him did the same thing. So as soon as they went down the street, I kind of stood in the middle of my yard just to see. And I waited until I didn't see them anymore. I ran across that street like the road runner, got those chairs and drug all. I didn't take all 4, I took 3 of them. I drug those chairs in my yard so quick it wasn't even funny. So what I did with those chairs, because they weren't in bad condition, only one of them was cracked on the seat, so I left that one to be picked up for trash. But what I did with those chairs is Gabe, he's just like, why'd you go get those? Alright guys, sorry about that. My memory card was full. But as I was saying, Gabe was asking me, you know, why do you have those chairs? And I said, you just wait, buddy. So I wanted some. It was just that I didn't want to pay that much money for each chair, because on sale I found them for $17.99 each. So what I did was, when I got some Glorious spray paint, and Gabe and I spray painted them, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and they look brand new too. And I'll insert a picture here. Yeah, aren't they really pretty? The colors were so vibrant. And she also gave us a wrought iron table with 4 chairs. So Gabe ran out and got some spray paint in the same colors as the chairs that we did. And we're going to do a white table and then multicolored chairs. It's going to be so cute. So what I paid for the spray paint is what I would have paid for probably 1 or 2 chairs. So that was a steal. Thank you, Miss Wagner. So now I think this is set up enough for me to do something. And I washed my spatula. Now I don't have one. Duh. Oh no, I got one. The one I stirred with. Let's get all this. Yeah, make sure that's not from another soap, because I made another soap. I made a remake of my bee's knees earlier. Gabe's here. Say hi, Gabe.
Hi, Gabe.
Yeah, I made a remake of my bee's knees, and I was just making sure that wasn't that spatula, but it wouldn't look like this because that was earlier.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, it does smell really yummy. I remember, I think that was not last year, but year before, when I went to the Elf Shelf craft fair, the ladies just snatched those bath bombs up because they smell so good. So, and then, oh yeah, you guys didn't ever see this soap in my shop because it was actually a custom order. So I just never made another one after that. Shame, shame. But this one will be going in my shop for sure. All right, so trying to swirl this dude. No, I'm going to texture the top with the spoon. He got his swirling ends for me. He's ready to go. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of do the same thing that I did with the small one. Alright, move that over. And then I'll stick those embeds in here, which, oh Lord, probably should have measured this. Just because, you know me and measurements and all that fun stuff. Yep. So hopefully I can put them in here properly. I didn't want this soap super tall. It's going to be a nice size bar, but like I think, what soap was that? Oh, that soap I did with the custom blend, that thing is like super duper tall. So I just didn't want to go that tall. And this still could have set up just a little bit longer, but does not matter. So I'm going to put my embeds in, but I need to get something to measure this mold. Well, to do my spacing for my embeds. I don't know why it feels like I don't have my arm is like super dry, but it feels like I have raw soap on my arm. It's stinging a little bit. Probably one of the mosquito bites I got. Because those mosquitoes, woo! They haven't been too bad, but one got me real good last night. So thanks, mosquito. All right, so let me grab something to measure with, and then I can put these embeds in. So hopefully that'll stay there. All right, so grab some of these embeds. And I think I'm going to put them all down like I did before. Or on an angle, yeah. Please sit up. Don't fall over. Thank you. Just like that. So cute. Okay. This, I just can't get over how good this smells. It smells so darn delicious. But I've always been a fan of this fragrance, and it sells pretty well. Well, like I said, in bath bomb, because the last soap I made, he bought the entire loaf. So, but hopefully you guys will like it too. And I do hope that melt and pour turns out really nice, where it's nice and clear on the bottom. Only thing with doing melt and pour in CP soaps, CP shrinks. Because it loses its weight because of the water weight. Sounds like my soap is on a diet, but yeah, and then melt and pour doesn't. So you get like kind of it sinks in just a little bit where your CP soap meets. So that's the only thing I don't like, but oh well, there's always a workaround. All right, so look at that. Kenny did good, yeah. All right, so I am gonna sprinkle just a wee bit glitter, some white on top, or maybe I'll do orange, or maybe I'll do orange and white. All right, so I got some orange glitter. Let's do that first. I gotta get some puffer bottles. These work fine, but I like the puffer bottles because, and I saw them somewhere, like with a spray nozzle. I don't like this glitter. This glitter is not that shiny. That's okay, because I'm gonna put some white on it and make it nice and shiny. Now, if I can find my little tool that my awesome sauce subscriber gave me, here it is. We're in business now. So, let me grab a spoonful of that. Hopefully I don't get any mica. I sure did. Because this is the spoon I use for my mica. Oopsies. Well, I'm going to have to, because this is one of those. Oh, geez, I'm making a mess. Alright, yeah, this is one of those fine glitters, so it falls right through. Even though this little sieve is pretty small, it still falls right through. Alright, so there we go. Put the rest of that glitter back. And we are done. Hope you guys like this soap, and I cannot wait to cut it. And also remember, oops, I forgot to put some glitter on this one. But I don't think I want to. It's so pretty without it. So yeah, we're going to do one with and one without. Yeah, be sure to watch the cutting video, because there's always a cutting video right after the making. And if you don't see it or it doesn't pop up next, like right in the bottom, I mean like the bottom of the screen or at the top of the screen, a little tag you can click on, then you can just go to my home page and find it there. So guys, that is it. That is all. I hope that you have a wonderful whatever time of the day it is for you. Be awesome and amazing at everything you do. Love, hugs, and kisses. And I will see you. Oh, get the hell out of here, Nat. I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.